First person puzzle game, first person puzzle game, first person puzzle game. I'm just gonna start. This is the Turing Test. Hey everybody. I just want to start. We're starting now.
Morning, Ava. Your wake-up has been sanctioned by the ISA. We lost contact with the ground crew 450 hours ago. We have tried to establish further communications, but we are not getting any responses. We need you to investigate.
Okay, doesn't it make sense to do visual checks first?
We have already looked at the data. The ISA has made the executive decision that you report to the surface post-haste. You are our emergency response.
What exactly is the emergency?
The ground crew found an organism the ISA believed to be dangerous. We need to re-establish communication.
So judging by that chromatic aberration when I woke up, and the fact that the game's called the Turing Test, I'm thinking that my character is probably a machine man. Robot woman thing. That doesn't look great. All settings on ultra. Not supposed to look that close at that object. Hey there. Little details there. Can I zoom in? Nope. That's about it. And it goes right back where it belongs. I kind of like that sometimes. It's kind of fun being able to throw stuff around when you want to in some games, but there's also moments where I wish stuff would just go back where it was when I put it down, because there's a lot of games where it's weirdly hard to put stuff back down on tables, so then once you look at something, the only option is to drop it on the floor and break it. I'm like, I didn't mean to. Why don't I know how to human? Can I talk to you again? Nope, not with E anyway. They're talking about visual tests. What if it turns out that this person's also a human, and I can't tell because I'm a crazy, messed up robot and they didn't test my visuals properly? Some locked doors everywhere. So these are a bunch of different people's, yeah, it's their different cryotubes, their stations. User error, oh. Chris McLean. Wait, are you a 3D model? No, you're a person. I think these are all photos of people. Yeah. Okay, never, that's a 3D model. Can't quite tell. That's definitely a 3D model. That's a real person, but that's a 3D model. Weird. He's just waxy enough to look like a model, but judging by the quality of that model, this is probably a picture of a real person, but they're standing, but like their spacesuit's a 3D model. Yeah, their models are all, they're standing, it's a picture of a human's head on top of a 3D model of a body. Usually, I think it's the same one for all of them actually, for the body. But one of them was weirdly 3D I wonder if they were like, we need a little diversity in the cast of people that are the staff members of the ship, so we better give this person a 3D model, because maybe it was just developed by a bunch of white dudes or something. Or maybe that's the one character of that cast we'll encounter in person, and so they need a 3D model. But everyone else, maybe they'll be missing the entire game, or dead already, and so we'll never meet them. And so they're pictures of what might even be stock photos or members of the development team. The ISA. Can I look at those notes? I can't really make them out. This is where we test to see if there's a zoom button. Caps lock, tabs, Z. Try a few different things. Alright. Just want to see if anything's interactive around here. Can I open this case? Yes, I can. No, I can't. I can look at the case. Alright. That's a suitcase. There's offices around here, some actually probably air filtering or conditioning. Do I open you? Nope. Alright, find the open doors.
Pick up your EMT. It's on the side.
Hello. EMT Energy Manipulation Tool. The Ashiyama Industries. Can I open it? Nope. Just a manual. That's fine, I'll be fine. EMT is on the side. There we go.
Okay. We are going to take a lander to Europa. Make your way to the docking station.
Ooh, Europa. I watched a film about Europa. That was a found footage type sci-fi film. That was actually pretty tense. Oh, door's open. That's where I'm supposed to go, but what's over here? Besides more coffee. Empty coffee cans that... Oh, yep. Oh, coffee mugs that no one really cleans. Yeah, I think I'd recommend that film, actually, if you ever get a chance to see it. It's called Europa Report. I think it might even be on Netflix. Just pick up the entire computer and rotate it. That's a little funny. Alright, let's get out of here. People who've watched me play Soma or The Witness know how much I like it when the sci-fi machines actually have articulating parts in a video game. That's always such a nice touch. Oh, look at that! Look at that detail! Oh, that's great. That's great.
What's the ship's status?
I have performed the necessary checks. The Europa lander is ready to launch.
I think that's one of those details where it's just a detail that was kind of skipped over for so long in video games that it always catches my attention because I'm always still surprised by it a little bit. Oh, hello.
I think that's everything wound up, Tom.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'm ready to go down for the long sleep then.
Good night, Ava. I will miss your assistance. The ship will be very quiet without you here.
Night. See you when I wake up, Tom.
Residuals before nulling, -02, -04, -01. X and Z null to 0. Looking good.
Okay, good. Horizon check right on time. How's things, Christopher?
Good. I am go for power descent.
I can confirm. You are go for power descent.
Roger that. I am running the PDI program. 80-degree delta pitch to 88 degrees absolute. Braking procedure. Engine 1 ignition. Engine burn.
Suppressing 400 alarm.
Balance.
The landers are ready.
Good. Thanks, Tom. You okay now, Sarah?
Yeah, I think so. Thank you, Daniel. I've done this before.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
It's just another 10 years of my life.
Alright.
I think that...
Wait, no, I don't know how to leave. Yeah, moment of panic where I don't know how to leave. No. Leave. Escape. Escape. There we go. I hit tab. For some reason, this is a weird note. I can't look around right now. If I hit tab, I can look around, but I can't move. But if I hit escape... Oh, I have to go back into the computer. Then if I hit escape, I can leave. Not sure about that interface, but sure. So, they talked about me putting me down for the long sleep. I don't think we've openly acknowledged I can't even look at my body, really, or my hands, even though I can see them moving a little bit when I walk. I don't think we've openly acknowledged that I'm a robot or an android machine, sentience creature thing, yet. I think we're still trying to imply that I'm human. But the game's called Turing Test, and for those that don't know, a Turing Test is basically the concept of, like, if you could speak to an AI and not tell that it's an AI and think that it's just another human being, that's when the AI passes the Turing Test. And when I woke up, I had chromatic aberration, which is when you have, like, those red and blue weird outliers in my color, which is normally like a weird camera problem, not of something that human eyes are supposed to do. So that would make me think that I am a android or something. But I could be on the wrong thing. There's been plenty of games in the past that use chromatic aberration for no reason when it doesn't apply at all. Where, like, it makes sense in this game and it makes sense in Soma, but a lot of other games will just throw it in there willy-nilly. This is a cool location, by the way. Space looks roughly what you expect it to look like in a video game, which is that it's a distant JPEG. What a cool location, though. Actually, they handled it pretty well with the lights and the lens flare.
3.
You said Bay 3, so of course I'm gonna check out other ones just to see. Look at that. Looks like it looks like an energy shield. Can I walk into it? Nope. I mean, I haven't nothing has happened yet, so if I died, I would just start over and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So I was curious to see if you could just straight up die that way. All the bays might look identical. I'm always curious to see if there's going to be some weird detail that's out of place. You never know, right? Hello. Storage unit side. Nope. Not much going on here. Hey there. That's what I'm supposed to go into. This would scare the hell out of me.
Retro?
Go.
Fido?
Go.
Guidance?
Go.
Control?
Go.
Telcom?
Go.
Then we are go for launch, initiating.
Separate.
Engaging retrofire. I'm running the program, 80-degree delta pitch to 88 degrees absolute. Braking procedure. Trajectory looks good. 502 alarm. It looks like we're coming in too fast.
We are slightly short of the landing site. We are going to have to burn late. Go.
Full retrograde. Open the door.
Welcome to Europa.
Well then, welcome to Europa, Jupiter's ice moon. There's a slight... Oh, weird. There's like a slight visual tear. What is that? Right in the middle of my line of sight. That's weird. There's just like a black line stuck there. But I can jump a tiny bit. This actually would not be a terrible time to review the controls to see if there's any weird tricks hiding away. So we have a jump, fire, and alt fire. Use, we found all that already. You can walk with control to move slower. Sprint is faster with shift. That's, yeah, pretty much everything you'd kind of expect, honestly. The main surprise is finding out that it's good to know there's a fire and alt fire right off the bat, and we know that there's a walk, which is so this is walk, and this is normal moving. So I guess this is walk, this is moving, like running, I guess, and then this is sprinting. Oops, hit an invisible wall. Bad example of sprinting.
How long will my suit survive these conditions?
At 100 degrees Kelvin, a couple of hours. We should get inside.
I think they're hinting at the fact that I'm spending too much time looking around. Look at that reflection. That's nice. I think this game's like Unreal 4 or something like that, so it's not too surprising it looks great, but it still looks great. It's a really nicely realized setting. Okay. That's a gun. That's a bit of a surprise just to whip out without any conversation. But okay.
The base has changed.
What do you mean?
The base was originally constructed as modules to withstand the seismic activity in and around Theia Macula. It appears the ground team have manipulated these modules.
So, does this guy open doors? Ta-da! So we have a lock system. We've immediately established some kind of scanning system, and we've established a lock system. Keep those in mind for later. Oh, okay, these are freaking me out. Run for it.
The base was built initially by machines. I served as the mind of these operations. I arrived first on Europa in 2240. It costs a lot to send humans into space with the necessary life support, especially such a vast distance from Earth. So, robotics built this place.
Hello. It's an energy gun that sucks power in and out. Also, this seems to be a progress meter of the game itself. I think that's how many chambers there are in the game. And here's our robot friend talking to us through the camera system that's conveniently shaped like his head back on the ship, so we can identify that as being him talking to us directly. Oh yeah, that is a progress meter.
I wonder why the ground team has changed these rooms.
I have a hypothesis. These rooms are Turing tests.
Turing tests?
Turing tests are tests designed to tell humans and machines apart. Typically, problems only solvable by a human. A combination of logical and lateral thinking.
So, you can't complete these tests, Tom?
No. That is why I am glad you are here to help. We need to work together.
That seems oddly like... That's oddly sinister. I wonder what if these guys are... What if they're in here hiding from Tom because of something he did, and now he's using a human to solve the tests, so that he can get inside and do whatever he was up to. I'm just prepared for sinister things. I think about
They really
that.
have completely repurposed these rooms. I am quite impressed.
So, what were they used for before?
Most of them were used for storage, but they have converted them beyond recognition. Perhaps they ran out of things to do out here. The devil makes work for idle hands.
We have a few different passageways here. Wait, that's the exit. If this is the exit, then what was upstairs? So we have powered switches, which also, I'll point out, are nicely articulated. What was this going to? An observation room! Hello, friend. You see the devil makes work for idle hands? Alright, so these are tutorial rooms, more or less, to introduce concepts. They know what they're doing. We're halfway through the first row. How many rows are there? There are 7 rows. Call those 7 chapters, 7 episodes. We'll see if there's actually a meaningful break between each row, or if it's just rows for the sake of it. If that's the case, though, I wonder how many chambers there is total? That's, no, it's, oh yeah, 70. There's 10 on each row. Alright, 7 rows of 10. 70 chambers to go. Oh, total. 65 to go. So I want to get through here. Let's see if I can suck it out from behind the chamber. There we go. So yeah, we already played Steven Sausage Roll, a game where I was constantly talking about rolling in the sausage and sticking this thing in there and stabbing that and coming up from behind and all those other words we said. And now you're going to constantly hear me say that I'm going to be sucking things out. So enjoy the usual puzzle game innuendo.
The crew are deeper inside the base, it seems.
They must be trying to survive. Can you find their precise location?
I'm afraid not. I am working to regain control. Though I once had complete control of this base, a lot has changed in the past 500 hours.
A lot has changed in the last 500 hours, huh? He is working to regain control. Seems sinister enough to me. Okay, so we have 2 doors that I need to get through, and they're both locked by things that are... Oh, I can suck that one out. Interesting. So one of you comes out, the other one doesn't. The other one's stuck in there. That's the difference between this thing being caged and the other one not being caged. Okay, I can work with that. Shoot you in there. Now we can stick this here. And now I can just suck that one in and shoot it across from before. Ta-da! I understand what you're teaching me, game. I like that these seem like they're actually genuinely different puzzle mechanics, too, than we usually encounter. Because Chroma was a little too Portal derivative, and it didn't have a lot of new ideas for it. Chroma Gun, I mean.
So if this base is managed by you, why can't you find the crew?
The base's communication array is malfunctioning.
What's your deal? Is it a side area?
Perhaps we can't solve this yet.
It says no subtitles instead of perhaps we can't solve this yet. So they didn't fill in some of the subtitles in the game on accident. Interesting. Do I need to somehow get that many balls into this room? Because that's a lot. It's 25? Or maybe there's a code somewhere. If I pay attention carefully to my surroundings, maybe I can find a code that would tell me how to get through this. Or maybe you do stuff throughout the game to fill that in over time. Maybe it's a collectibles room. The world may never know. The world probably already knows. Ooh. Hello. Freaky beams. So I have to get to that one physically. I can't suck it from here. Oop. Hi. Okay, let's take it a little slower. And now we're being violent to it. The poor thing. Oh no! I think I knocked it out of the world. Did I just break the puzzle? Oh no. I didn't mean to. I think I just broke the puzzle, actually. Let's see, so you're powered by this ball, which I can shoot in there. But I can't continue without the other guy. Oh no! The game broke already. Oh no, there it is. Never mind. I thought I saw it fall through the floor, not go out of frame. My bad. There we go. False alarm then. Oh. So great. Now we have a new mechanic to think about now. We now have these green balls that will turn on and off over and over again. Which is how that thing was working, but also going to be definitely a puzzle mechanic going forward. Oh. That's startling.
This doesn't add up.
What does not add up?
If there was an accident, surely they'd come to find me, not try to lock me out.
My instance is still resolving conflicts. I expect they have their reasons.
So we can bypass that to a different direction. Oh yeah, that's handy. If I'm doing that, I might be able to get a better angle if I need to grab it like that. So put the manual one here. And then maybe I can grab it from around the corner or something. Or can I grab it through this window? I can. You can grab them through window. Well, I guess they're not windows, huh? Yeah, I guess so far this place mostly doesn't have windows. It just has window portholes.
My instance has just been updated.
Sorry?
I have two instances of my mind, two separate versions. A slave mind running on the satellite, and a master running here on the surface. When the communication was cut between the surface base and the satellite, the two instances of my mind were separated. So, during all this time, all of my knowledge divided into two separate branches. I continue to learn on the satellite, and I continue to learn on the surface. I am trying to merge the knowledge to create a timeline of what's happened here. But there are incongruities between these memories, conflicts.
So, oh, that makes sense actually. Yeah, he'd have local data here, and he'd have data up on the space station. So the one that came down with me had different information than the one that was already down here. And it's possible that the one that's down here may have had something wrong with him, so I'm kind of wondering if maybe the two merging together could cause a problem too. Let's see if I can highlight the chromatic aberration. Did it go away? I think it went away. These white lights here were red and blue and white at the same time a second ago. I think it fixed itself though. No, there it is. Oh, you can see it at the edge of my perspective. On the far right over there, you can see the red, white, and blue. Oh yeah, you can see it on the left at the same time. It's when I look straight at it that it goes away. So yeah, I don't think we're playing as a human. Although it could be the visor, but we weren't wearing a visor when we started, but maybe that's just an attention to detail thing. So we'll see. What impact do you have if I take you out? You go down. Okay. I see exactly what's going on here. Oops. There we go. You're coming with me. Oh. It's off. Hello, Jupiter.
This is the command center. You can check on the crew status from here.
Or not, apparently, because he's not doing anything. Why doesn't it work? Weird. Weird. Do I do it on that? Am I somehow E-ing the wrong thing? Point at that thing, point at that thing. It says touch here. No. Maybe he doesn't recognize me because I don't have human hands. Ooh. It'll sound really silly when it turns out the twist is totally wrong and I'm full of it. That's a pretty well-modeled telescope. All the way down to the three bands of... obviously the microscope, obviously not telescope, but the lenses are all really polygonal looking, so it's not super high detail, but hey, they got the little bands of color that indicate the three different magnifications. And I called it a telescope on accident, so go me.
Tom, start recording.
I am always recording, Daniel.
The day is January the 6th. My watch says it's 2:30 on Earth. Here we are, members of the human race, standing on Jupiter's moon, Europa. I'm Captain Daniel McLean. I'm joined here by the rest of my team. It is our intention to make this moon our home and investigate life on this planet. Man's curiosity and appetite for discovery will continue to change our world for the better.
Inspiring. And might I add my congratulations to you all.
I will say that the subtitle support seems to be incomplete.
Here it is. Beautiful, isn't it? What makes this one more remarkable than the others? The way it attaches itself to other organisms.
Alright, sorry. I can already see this being an issue, so let's turn down the kind of overbearing music so that we can try to hear the audio logs that even I can't hear them. There we go, try this again.
Here it is. Beautiful, isn't it? What makes this one more remarkable than the others? The way it attaches itself to other organisms. Its behavior is very abnormal. It seems to form a symbiotic relationship with most life forms. How do you mean? Do you want me to dumb it down? I know what it means. What does it do? It attaches itself to almost anything living, but it's not parasitic. It's quite alien. We're trying to figure out what effect it has on life forms.
Maybe a little further down. Music's pretty loud when you're trying to hear audio logs that don't have subtitles.
Mikhail, you seem distant.
Do I?
Yes. What's wrong? What's wrong, Mikhail? Mikhail, what's wrong? Are you listening, Mikhail? Are you able to hear?
I was talking to the ISA. They don't know what to do with this. The magnitude of the discovery.
We should send samples back to Earth. I think we need to get this to a better lab. Me and Sochi are having trouble making enough clones. I'm going to run out of the necessary resources to continue studying Organism 119.
They're calling for a grounding of all Europa transport until they get your report.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's rather drastic.
I think I'm onto something. So, on top of having a 3D character model instead of photos representing them, the woman also has a better voice actor playing them. So I think that she's going to be playing she's a character we're probably going to be hearing over the comm system and everything on top of the machine friend we have, Tom. Whereas the other characters might be dead already with whatever this organism is that attaches itself to people. That's usually a good setting. That's usually like step one to having an abandoned space station or something in a game, is have some sort of weird organism show up, and I wonder what happened. Whoop. Something moved through me when I touched you? I can probably just go up there to check in on everybody's status, I guess. Ooh. Jupiter. Heliocentric orbit. Jupiter is the second largest physical body in our solar system. It has a large gravitational impact, which stretches and squashes Europa. This creates geothermal energy inside Europa, a source of great heat. This has created a subsurface ocean. Which is a bizarre and weird thing. There's such a crazy concept to hear about, that the idea that the ice... It has an orbiting ice planet that actually has a great amount of heat on the inside because of gravitational forces. Oh, I think hitting E on this thing just centers the entire display in front of you. Oh, it's different displays. So, Fortuna. Fortuna is in lower orbit around Europa. It can house a crew of 12. It serves as a communication and transport link between Earth and Europa's surface base. So that's the space station we were probably just on. This is Europa? Is it? They don't want to give me any text about Europa? This is Jupiter. I'm not entirely sure what these buttons are supposed to do then, because the display changes from time to time in different directions. It seems to just alternate between Fortuna and Europa over and over again. Alright, well, I'll move on. The Europa loading bay, that's where we are right now, I think. Europa's ground base was built using thousands of tons of resources shipped to Europa through an interplanetary network. Ashiyama Industries, they put that everywhere. They want their logo everywhere, even in space. I mean, I guess if there's any video logs, they want to have it in the frame. Look at this thing. Digital audio broadcasting. So it's a radio. Or equivalent. Lots of food information. Drugs that are available. Alright, let's find out who's dead. Oh. Maybe it doesn't say? Yeah, it looks like... Okay, yeah, that's a little weird, actually. It's genuinely kind of weird how all 4 of the guys are pictures of people, and both of the girls are these weird 3D models. Like, could they not find stock photos of women if they didn't have any on hand? Or maybe those are going to be 3D models, but then maybe they... I guess they didn't have the money to model 4 dudes or something. But this doesn't look normal to anyone, I don't think. Oh well. They're from Japan, Russia, Syria, Germany, Canada, and Canada. There's 2 Canadians. Big surprise, they're the 2 that look the most similar. So the captain is Canadian. We have 2 engineers, 2 exobiologists, and a doctor. Oh, Mikhail Torakev up here on the top center. He's been terminated. Oh, is he dead? Date of birth roll. It doesn't say date of death. He's it says he's been terminated and his outstanding tasks is keeping calm. Everyone else has tasks to do, like contact ISA, contact ground team, review Fortuna's diagnostics, investigate sample, classify all life recovered, sequence sample all those samples. He's the one that found. We heard him on the radio. He's the one that found the sample in the first place. But his job is just to keep calm, which means he's probably freaking out right now. This guy's terminated, but his tasks are terminated, which makes me think he might be dead. This guy's he's classified. That's not any help. All right. You're also looking at the samples. So these 2 up top are both sequencing the samples and looking through them. You're trying to make contact because something's probably gone horribly wrong. That guy's freaking out, and we lost signal. So we're not in a good place right now. Hello. I press the interact button and it technically becomes further away from me. Video games. That's blank. There's not a lot of notes to pick up on that would give us useful information right now. I almost want to take another piece of paper and a pencil and scrape over this thing to see if what was last written on it. But that'd be a very different kind of game, potentially. Can I change what displays on you? Oh. Yeah, let's learn things. Europa-based modules, crew 4. Disabled and damaged. High oxygen, nitrogen. So at least the air is fine. Europa's base is built beneath Europa's surface, buried in the Terra Macula's ice. Its modular nature allows it to be reconstructed according to the mission's needs at any time. That grid makes it hard to read the text that's behind it, that's in front of it. Maybe holograms aren't the future. It makes it hard to read text. Drilling platform. Europa's drilling platform is the largest outside of Earth. It's 40 meters high. Oh, at 40 meters high, it is one of the tallest machines of any moon. The drill has bored to a depth of over 4 kilometers and recovered over 1 million kilograms of material from deep underneath the surface. This level of extraction is made possible by utilizing the Ashiyama's electric fusion reactor. Anything new? Nope, back to the loading bay. It's good to look at this stuff because any of this stuff could be future levels or stuff that comes up over the course of the story. So the context is good to have.